this is kind of going into a different topic. James Harden's weight's been made into a big issue. And in the beginning of the season, his stats weren't really affected by it, despite how he looked from a, aesthetically point of view. But his stats did go down when, he wanted to leave Houston. So do you think I've been getting memes left and right about this guy's weight ever since the season started. And it was the opposite when the bubble started, because it was him, getting in really good shape. We touched on that when the bubble resumed in the summertime. So I guess I want to ask you, do you think that's fair game to kind of make fun of him because of that, even though I don't think it's his performance necessarily affected by that? I mean, he just wanted to leave. So now we've seen he hasn't gotten skinnier, yet he had a great performance in, I guess the Atlanta Magic. So do you think his weight should be a factor when we're viewing him and judging him through the rest of the season?
Well, let me put it this way. He's going to have time during the regular season to play himself into better shape for the playoffs to get around. So he's got time, especially with depleted rosters and postponed games that we'll get to and things like that. He does have time. And yeah, certainly. I mean, just because he gained a little extra weight doesn't mean he forgot how to score the basketball. In my opinion, just as a professional athlete, if you show up for the start of the season, especially for a new coach like Coach Silas is for the Rockets, and you're out of shape and not ready, it would be the same as you or I not showing up ready for our job. And it's different in that obviously you're not getting paid doctor or anything like that, or getting a performance review, although I guess maybe you could consider all the memes going around and stuff like that. Maybe that's the performance review is public perception. I don't know, but everyone knows, fans are brutal. So some of that just kind of, you shrug off and you perform. I mean, the fact that he got a 32-point triple-double in his debut in the Nets tells me that he can turn it on when he wants to be where the Nets need him to be for the playoffs, where he's going to need to play on both sides of the ball if they're going to be successful. Yeah, I do think he needs to be in better shape. So I don't know if that really answers the question about is it fair in terms of weight, but that's just kind of how I look at it. I think when you're a professional athlete, you especially in basketball where it's very run dominated. I think I've seen the average on step tracing say these guys run anywhere up to 5 miles over the course of a game, depending on how many minutes they're playing. And obviously he's on the higher end of minutes. So yeah, conditioning is absolutely very important because if his conditioning is down, he might still be able to put up these 30-point triple doubles, but then what's happening on the defensive end, that's usually where we see for a star player like James Harden, that's usually where we see things back off when someone isn't in great conditioning. So definitely, yeah, he needs to work into a little bit better shape still. But I don't think we're seeing at this point with the inconsistencies on who is on a roster on any given night. He's got a window of time where he's going to look okay while he shores that up.